Omitav Couture, Block B1 Suite 6FF, Rauf Aregbeshola Shopping Mall, Bako Bus Stop, Ipaja, Ayobo Road, Lagos State, 08138528588. You can also check them out on Instagram, Omitav Couture. For all inquiries, omitavcouture@gmail.com. Right there in Lagos, Southwest, in the most vibrant city, where you can get almost everything. And I'm not joking, you can get everything from Astrology all the way to the beautiful outfit I'm putting on right now. But the good thing about Omitav Couture is that it doesn't matter whether you're in Australia, New Zealand, US, United Kingdom, any part of Europe, be rest assured the material can get to you. I've loved the material so much in the sense that it promotes not just culture, it promotes the uniqueness of who we are as Yoruba people, and that means that we are also showcasing to the global community. Well, let's start from outfit. We have different kind of outfit. If you have a business, hospital, clinic, and you need something for the staff, be rest assured that this can be tailor-made to all the staff, good quality, good material. If you have business in Europe and you're thinking of cutting the cost of operating, you can also get in touch with Omitav Couture and be rest assured that they can deliver everything you want. And if you look at everything right here, these are all tailor-made. And I'm not joking. I mean, the material, the quality, name it. Almost everything you can think of, the beautiful ashoke that many people are putting on today. I've got mine as well. And I will be putting them on when I return back to London in different styles. Also, when we talk about smart outfit, office, you can also think about Omitav Couture, where, like I said, for your staff as well. If you look at what I'm putting on today, well, beautiful design by Omitav Couture right behind me. Once again, how can you find them? They're on WhatsApp, +234 813852 8588. Omitav Couture on Instagram. omitavcouture@gmail.com. Mic check before we go into the live program. Find them. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Eat one. And that's it. And I believe all the mics are working fully, and we are now officially live. A very good evening and welcome to the Sunday broadcast on Koiki Media, bringing the word closer to your doorsteps. Wherever you're watching from, I would like to appreciate you, and I would also like to say thank you so much for those of you that have been part of us on this particular channel. This is, one part of community organization that brings to you what is going on in Nigeria, and most likely what is happening as well across the globe. Today is the Sunday. We're always excited when it's Sunday. The Pope is currently in Angola. We're grateful to, the Creator according to our culture. We're excited to be Muslims, and we're also excited to be Yoruba people. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa tí ẹ ti ń wọlé àtẹ̀yìn tí ẹ máa padà gbọ́ broadcast yẹn nígbà tí ẹ bá láǹfààní àti gbọ́. Ẹ tún káàbọ̀ sí iléeṣẹ́ wa tí ẹ bá láìkì tí a wọ̀ nírọ̀lẹ́ yìí, ká dúpẹ́ fún Omita Couture. Àwọn ni wọ́n dá aṣọ yìí sí wa lọ́rùn pé bàbá wa Koiki Media, nígbà tí ẹ bá ti ń ṣe program, a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ẹ máa look officially very okay gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. So gbogbo ìgbà tí a bá ti wà lórí ìkànnì wa báyìí, tí a bá ti múra bí ọmọ Oòduà, ẹ jẹ́ ká máa dúpẹ́ fún iléeṣẹ́ náà tí wọ́n ń pè ní Omita Couture. Tí ẹ̀yin ò bá tí wàá mọ iléeṣẹ́ náà, àbí bóyá ẹ fẹ́ gba information nípa iléeṣẹ́ náà pé láti lè darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn bí ẹ ní òde tó ń bọ̀ àbí ẹ ní àwọn nǹkan tí ẹ fẹ́ ṣe, iléeṣẹ́ náà ń bẹ ní ìlú Èkó, ní Ìyànà Pájà, níbẹ̀ ni iléeṣẹ́ náà wà. Bígbà tí ẹ bá ti ń pè wọ́n, gbogbo ohun tí ẹ fẹ́ràn ni wọ́n á bá yín ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí ẹ bá sọ fún wọn. Àwọn mọ bí wọ́n ṣe máa gé sí yín lọ́rùn tó dẹ̀ máa dúró dáadáa, nítorí pé a fẹ́ jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa tó ń gbọ́ wa kí wọ́n bá wa darapọ̀ mọ́ iléeṣẹ́ náà, nítorí pé agúnmúlòwò, nígbà tẹ́yin bá ti ń bá wa darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn, inú tàwa náà á máa dùn, nítorí pé kò sí ohun tí a lè ṣe bí a jókòó sórí social media tí a ní ẹ fún wa lówó, ẹ fún wa lówó. Àwọn iléeṣẹ́ kan wà, àwọn ò ní àǹfààní láti wá ní ẹ fún wa lówó, àwọn ń ṣiṣẹ́ tiwọn gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun tí wọ́n mọ̀. Ohun tí a ṣe ń sọ pé ẹ bá wa darapọ̀ mọ́ ìyẹn iléeṣẹ́ náà tí wọ́n ń pè ní Omita Couture. Gbogbo wa tí ẹ bá dẹ̀ tí wá ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wọn, gbogbo wa náà ni a jọ máa jèrè ohun tó olúkálùkù wa bá mọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Oòduà. A tún ti dé o nírọ̀lẹ́ yìí. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ wà lórí Instagram, mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa náà lórí TikTok, mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní gbogbo ibi tí Ọlọ́run ní ẹ máa láǹfààní àti gbọ́ wa. Gbogbo ìgbà tí ẹ bá ti wá ń gbọ́ mi ní orí studio wa, ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ nínú comment section pé ẹ ń gbọ́ wa. Torí bá jókòó sí bíbá tẹ́ ẹ bá gbọ́ wa, á dàbí ìgbà tí olúwẹ̀ kọ̀ jókòó. Ọlọ́run má jà jókòó ìjókòó ìyà. Ọlọ́run má jà jókòó ibi tí wọ́n ní gbọ́n tá à ń sọ. Torí a fẹ́ kí àwọn èèyàn gbọ́n tá à ń sọ náà ni a ṣe ń ṣe ètò tá à ń ṣe. Nítorí pé gbogbo tí à ń dáwọ́lé pé ohun tó ń ṣe wá nínú Nàìjíríà ó pọ̀, tí a dẹ̀ fẹ́ yẹ kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn bá wa dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ náà. Òun náà ni iléeṣẹ́ tiwa náà ṣe ń sọ pé ẹ bá wa dá sí. A ti ń lọ lórí space, torí pé kò ń ṣe gbogbo èèyàn ló wà lórí Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. N táwọn kan fẹ́ ni pé kó ṣáà máa gbóhùn wa láti inú space. Ìyẹn náà ni a tún máa darapọ̀ mọ́ space. So Koiki Media Live, òun náà ni a ti wà nínú ẹ̀. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ kí ẹ wo àkọlé ètò tèmi, torí gbogbo ètò ló ní àkọlé. Èyí tí a mú wá náà nírọ̀lẹ́ yìí ó ní àkọlé. A dẹ̀ like ká fi date sí ta bá ń ṣe, torí ọjọ́ iwájú, torí gbogbo náà la máa dàgbà, la máa dògbó. Mo gba call kan látọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀kan náà àwọn ìyá wa kan ní London tí ọkọ wọn ṣaláìsí síbí báyìí ní last week Thursday. Kọ́lọ́run kó bá wa foríjì bàbá náà. So nígbà tá a bá ń gbọ́ páwọn èèyàn kú, ó ti jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé kò sẹ́ni tó wá sáyé tó ní lọ. Ìgbà tá a máa lọ la mọ̀, ìrìn àjò tá dẹ̀ máa rìn tí a ní padà sílé ní wákàtí Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká rìn. Kò wá sí bí a ṣe lè rìnrìn àjò náà. Tásìkò kan bá tó, ìrìn àjò yẹn máa ní full stop. Ìrìn àjò tí a dẹ̀ máa rìn tó máa ní full stop, k'Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká rìn dáadáa. Ìrìn àjò tá a máa lọ tó máa ní full stop, k'Ọlọ́run ọba Elédùmarè kó jẹ́ ká rìn ìrìn àjò náà dáadáa. So mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ wa. Mo kí bàbá wa ọba Elédùmarè. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ní ìgbàgbọ́ ní ti Jésù Kristi. Mo kí àwa Mùsùlùmí. Má jàjẹ́ ẹ̀sìn. Ihun tí ó wà níwájú wa ju ẹ̀sìn lọ. Torí tí wọ́n bá ní o gbà fún ẹ̀sìn méjèèjì, àwa kan a gbà fún nǹkan míì tó lè yàtọ̀ sí ẹ̀sìn tí wọ́n gbé dání. Nígbà tó bá ti wá ń bá wa jà, gẹ́gẹ́ bí in tí wọ́n gbàgbọ́ àti tèmi gbàgbọ́ tó yàtọ̀ síra wọn, conflict of interest máa wà. But in tó ṣe pàtàkì tó ṣe kókó ni pé ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire tí à ń jà fún kò kúkú ṣèmi nìkan ni mo ní, kò dẹ̀ ń ṣe fún mọ̀lẹ́bí tèmi ni mo ṣe ń torí ẹ̀jà. Bọ̀ mo kọ́kọ́ kí ìyá tó bí mi lọ́mọ, kọ́lọ́run ọba Elédùmarè kó wo ọlá gbogbo ẹ̀yin olólùfẹ́ mi, kó bá mi foríjì ìyá náà, kọ́lọ́run tẹ́ sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀, kọ́lọ́run foríjì bàbá tó bí mi náà àti gbogbo òkú àwa tí a lókù lọ́run, torí kò sẹ́ni tí kò lókù lọ́run. Ẹ ṣé bàbá wa Gani Olóyèdé, wọn náà ń gbọ́ wa dáadáa, mo dúpẹ́. A máa wọnú ètò náà lọ. Ìbá tí a bá tún ṣe ní ìrọ̀lẹ́ yìí, kọ́lọ́run kó fi àlùbáríkà sí, kọ́lọ́run kó jẹ́ kí etí àwọn tó máa gbọ́ kó gbọ́ lágbọ́yé, nítorí pé bí mo ṣe sọ, àtẹni tó wà lénìí tó ní ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tí à ń polongo ẹ̀ pé ká dá dúró, tí wọ́n fẹ́ fi ọkàn bá lọ, àtẹni tó fẹ́ Nàìjíríà bí Nàìjíríà ṣe rí lénìí tí gbogbo wa ń wò báyìí, torí election ti dé, campaign dẹ̀ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, and it is the normal thing. Kò ń ṣàwa la máa kọ́kọ́ ṣe election nínú ọdún yìí. Ẹnìkan wà lórí oyè ní Hungary for 16 years. Nígbà tí wọ́n dìbò lọ́dún yìí ní last week, ó dẹni tí ó lose seat ẹ̀ after 16 years in power. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ ka anthem wa. Mo níṣẹ́ a rí pé àwa nìkan kọ́ ni à ń ka anthem yìí, bí mo ti ṣe sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ rí. President Bola Tinubu lè ní 2022 nígbà tí wọ́n ń ṣe campaign lọ sí Àkúrẹ́. A gbọ́ tí bàbá náà tí wọ́n ka Yorùbá anthem tó dẹ̀ dá ṣáká lẹ́nu wọn. Kódà bọ́ ní bólúwẹ̀ ka Nigerian anthem ti tèmi, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wọ̀ mọ́, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa bọ́ bá ní ká wá ka ìyẹn anthem títí Nigeria, most of us don't have idea what it is. Ẹlòmíì gan èyí tó jẹ́ ti old Nigerian anthem, most of us don't know it. Àwa kan mọ̀, but ó kúrò lórí wa. But èyí tí kò kúrò lórí wa náà ni ìyẹn Yorùbá anthem, torí kò sọmọ Oòduà, ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire, àtàwọn tó bí sílùú òyìnbó, àtàwọn tá bí sí Africa nínú continent, because Africa is a continent of its own. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé Africa continent ni, méje náà ni continent a ní. Africa jẹ́ lára continent kan tí àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun rí tí wọ́n dẹ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kó dìde. Tó bá dẹ̀ ń sọ pé Africa, ọmọ Yorùbá, àwa ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire, àwa ni Africa, torí àwa gangan la gbé dúró. But nígbà tí àwa fúnra wa àbá gẹ́tì ara wa together, a jẹ́ pé ó ṣeé ṣe kí wọ́n máa lù wá mọ́lẹ̀. So ẹ jẹ́ ká ka anthem wa, ká wá máa wọnú agbami ètò náà lọ. Kọ́ba Elédùmarè kó fún wa ṣe ní àṣálẹ́ yìí. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, orúkọ mi ni Ọláyọmí Koiki, tí gbogbo yín mọ̀ sí Koiki Media. Mo ṣe blogger, organization ni wá, and we can do many things on this platform. But ìwọ̀nba tágbára wa bá gbé náà la máa ṣe. Tí wọ́n bá wá ní àṣẹ Yorùbá nation mọ́, ìwọ kọ́ ló rán mi iṣẹ́, ò fún mi ní owó pé o employ mi. Lọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀ la àti ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́. Àwa ń ṣe Yorùbá nation, ìyẹn míì pé àmọ́ tá à ń ṣe. Tí bàbá wa ọmọ Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho bá ní òun ń lọ pẹ̀lú President Bola Tinubu, ibẹ̀ lèmi náà bá tò sí. Borí bá fọn yín lórí ẹ rán mi iṣẹ́. Ẹ̀yin náà ní àkọ́bí nílé, àbẹ ní àwọn tó jù mí lọ, ẹ gbé wọn sórí social media káwọn máa bá wa polongo Yorùbá nation nìkan. Bọ̀lọ́pàá tí àwa ti mọ̀ pé Yorùbá nation ta fẹ́ gbà, a ní nǹkan ọjà ta fẹ́ fi bá ìjọba jà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá wá jà títí náà, ẹ tún máa padà sórí round table ni. Ó ti di pé ká fọgbọ́n ṣe. Ìyẹn pé Yorùbá nation kú. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ìta ń sọ lórí ìkànnì wa kò tẹ́ lọ́rùn mọ́, yọ wá kúrò lórí social media. Social media kúkú tóbi, ò rán mi iṣẹ́. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, níbi tí olóyè bá tò sí, níbẹ̀ lèmi náà tò sí. níbi tí bàbá Akíntóyè rẹ̀ tòsí náà la ṣì tòsí. Ìyẹn mi pé a ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, a ní lajú wa sílẹ̀ kí kàlìbọ́ tó wọ̀, a ní la ojú wa sílẹ̀ kí nǹkan kan kó sínú ẹ̀. Wọ́n ní igi gogoro má gún mi, àtòkè la ti ń wò, kò sí tó ń bọ̀ lókè tílẹ̀ yóò bà rí. Olóyè nìkan kọ́ ló máa kọ́kọ́ ṣe tán ṣe yìí. Ànábì kan ni fáwa, torí èmi ò mọ Jésù rí, mo bá pàdé rí. Ànábì àbá pàdé rí. Ògún, Ṣàngó, Ọya, Odùduwà, gbogbo wọn pátá kò sẹ́ni ta rí rí. So nígbà tá dẹ̀ ti rí olóyè, ká dúpẹ́ fún, ká gbà fún pé òun lọ́lọ́run rán ní sáà yìí. Nígbà tí mo rí pé ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ báyìí, mo padà bọ̀. Koiki Media. Let's come back. Mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Azeez Gbadéṣeré ní gbogbo Miami. Mo kí ẹ dáadáa. Èyí tá wà lórí Instagram, a fẹ́ swap around ká lè lọ lórí live lórí X as well. So a fẹ́ swap fọ́nrán àbí fóònù tá à ń lò yẹn. Ẹ má bínú, à ń padà bọ̀. Mo kí ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa on Instagram. I say good evening and welcome to the Koiki Media live this particular evening. We are glad, we are happy to have you. Is a Yoruba platform that also has international audience. If whatever we are discussing in Yoruba and you do not understand, we can ask someone in the comment section to explain it. My message is not for the Igbo people and it's not for any other tribes. I am not a tribalistic. I would rather die for my Yoruba people than die for the other ethnic group. Any other people within their own can die for them. But Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ ká kú sí nǹkan táwa gbé dání. Ikú kan ní pa wá. Ikú tó máa pa wá, áyà lọ pa àwọn ọ̀tá wa. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ wá ń ro ibi sí wa pé ẹ ní fẹ́ gbọ́ ohùn wa, irọ́ lẹ pa. Ohùn mi á máa dùn sétí yín ni nítorí pé in tí mo gbé dání kò ń ṣe mí nìkan ni máa jàǹfààní ẹ̀ nígbà tá a bá délẹ̀ lérí. Mo kì í ṣọmọ Haúsá, mo dẹ̀ ń ṣọmọ Fúlàní, mo dẹ̀ ń ṣe ọmọ tí kò mọ ìdílé tí ó ti jáde gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Oòduà. So ẹnikẹ́ni tó bá wá ń bínú pé una don go join Tinubu, I no know your papa, I no know your family, we no be one. Nigeria can never be one, and I still stand with that. Doesn't matter however you think about it. But ni wá wò pé nítorí àfẹ́ Nàìjíríà, ká wá nítorí Tinubu ò ṣe dáadáa tó dẹ̀ bá wa ṣe tó sì tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn. Torí tó tẹ́ wa lọ́rùn ni pé bàbá fún wa ní Ìgbòho lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí. So that is more than enough for me to be happy. Because I rather want Igboho to be in Nigeria than being in Benin Republic. First and foremost, Benin Republic is the Yoruba land. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní Benin Republic, but kò ń ṣe ilé Igboho. Ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní. So anybody that is upset that Igboho is working or he has been paid, according to some of you, with APC, problem tiyín nìyẹn, kò ń ṣe problem tàwa. Problem tiyín nìyẹn. Ẹni tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé tí Igboho ti ṣe kò ó wá ń bí òun nínú nísìnyí, ẹ̀yin náà ẹ jáde náà kẹ́ ṣe tí Igboho bá fẹ́ ṣe. So olóyè, mo kí ẹ dáadáa. Bọ̀ ká tó kí olóyè, mo kí bàbá Akíntóyè. Ó yẹ kí n wà nù meeting, bọ̀ mo sọ fún wọn pé kán fún mi láàyè. Meeting lọ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí.
bọ̀ wá fún mi ní brief ẹ̀. Baba is hardworking at 92. Ẹ wo àkọlé ètò tí mo gbé wá lálẹ́ yìí. I just picked that from the astrologic part of things. Tó o bá ń ṣe ẹni tó believe in astrology, máa wo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lọ sọ́nà Islam tó gbàgbé fún, máa wo lọ sọ́nà Christianity, dẹ̀ máa wo lọ sọ́nà àṣà àti ṣe. Mo kí Alájà Ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé, mo kí Alájà Aṣíbíarú, I hope I pronounce that name. Happy 60th birthday. Tó bá jẹ́ pé Alájà wà láyé, wá ti tẹ̀lé àwọn Alájà Queen àti Tóyìn Ọláoyè, wá ti tẹ̀lé wọn lọ sí France. Ikú ní agbára. If my mother was alive, she would have been in Paris for that birthday, ìyá wa Tóyìn. But since she has died, kí la fẹ́ ṣe sí? Because gbogbo wọn lọ́jọ́ lọ sí Germany nígbà tó lọ celebrate olóyè, nígbà tá a ṣe birthday olóyè tán ní London. Mo rí yín ìyá dáadáa, ìyá lálùbáríkà, ajé olókun. Mo rò pé ẹ gbàgbé mi, mo kàn rán yín létí ni, èmi lè yọ̀ sáwọn kan lọ́rùn. Torí wọn náà máa fún mi ní kankan, mo mọ̀ pé ọwọ́ kún, ọwọ́ pọ̀, iṣẹ́ pọ̀, project pọ̀, ẹ má gbàgbé wa. Ọbẹ̀ Elédùmarè bẹ́ ṣe ń ṣe tó ń dún, kò ní bàjẹ́ fún yín. Láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà tí bá ti settle down, máa ṣeré wá sí Dublin. Bẹ́ẹ̀ tẹ̀ ra ticket, máa ra ticket Dublin, máa wá kí yín. Iṣẹ́ takuntakun nìyá yẹn ṣe. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí TikTok, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. Tó bá wá jẹ́ ọmọ Yorùbá, tó bá ti sọ jágbajàgba, ìyá mi ní má ṣe pé ṣáà blọ́ọ̀kì wọn kó jẹ́ kọ́kọ́ wèrè wọn lọ, torí wèrè àtàsínwín pọ̀ tó mọ tó fẹ́. Ẹ bá mi wo comment, kẹ bá mi máa kí àwọn tẹjọ mọ́ra yín. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, no retreat, no surrender lọ́rọ̀ Yorùbá nation. Bọ́kátó happy Sunday bàbá mi Adéyẹmí Joshua, ẹni tó bá kí mi lórí TikTok, èmi náà dárúkọ yín. Ẹni tó bá kí mi á jẹ́ pé kò fi gbọ́ mi ní fi kí mi. Torí kíkí òun ni wọ́n fi ń mọ ọmọ Oòduà. Bọ̀ màá wá kí gbogbo yín torí pé ọmọ tó ní làákàyè tó dẹ̀ mọ àṣà àti ṣe. So mo kí gbogbo àwọn ọba wa. Mo rí i pé bàbá wa Aláàfin náà ti sọ̀rọ̀, a máa sọ̀rọ̀ débẹ̀. Kí ló sọ? Wọ́n ní ọ̀rọ̀ insecurity ní South West ṣe ló ń bà wọ́n nínú jẹ́. Ó ń fún àwọn ní sleepless night. Orí channels ni mo ti rí. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo rí yín Alájà Ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé. Mo fẹ́ tó dé Manchester láìpẹ́ yìí tí màá wá bá yín jẹ tọ̀ìtọ̀ì. Àwọn ìyá dáadáa. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Mo kí bàbá wa Stephen Ìdòwú. Thank you so much for joining. Ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá wá náà wọ́n gbọ́ Yorùbá. Báwo la ṣe wá fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn sí? Ẹ̀yin náà lẹ ní Koiki má máa sọ òyìnbó. Òyìnbó tó ń sọ yẹn ti pọ̀ jù, àmọ́ kó ti pẹ́ ní London. Happy Sunday, Agbẹ́dẹ Ògún. Mo kí ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire o. Jíjà àti múmu wa kò ní le mọ́ wa. Nàìjíríà sì le, kò sí tá a máa ṣe sí. A kàn máa sọ fáwọn gómìnà wa, especially àwọn tí wọ́n fẹ́ padà wá torí election tí ń bọ̀. Wọ́n ráyè anything nísìn. Kò sí tẹ́ bá sọ fáwọn olóṣèlú nísìn tó máa dá yín lóhùn. Kò sí anything tó fẹ́ gbà lọ́wọ́ olóṣèlú lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ dẹ lóhùn wípé ṣàlọ campaign. Torí ibi campaign yẹn làwọn ti máa wá wò pé àwọn máa ṣe dáadáa fún wa. Ṣé wọ́n wá ń ṣe dáadáa? Ìbéèrè kan tí a fi ń béèrè láti many years. Ẹ ṣé gan ni bàbá mi Stephen Ìdòwú. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ a máa rí yín bẹ́ẹ̀. Mo ní Pope wà ní Angola. Ṣé Pope ni wá dé Nàìjíríà ni? When was the last visit of a Pope in Nigeria? Ó dà pé bàtà Abacha wà ń bẹ̀ tí Pope jọ náà lọ́n wá bẹ Abacha. Abacha dà lénìí. Òun náà ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ má bínú, kámẹ́rà kan lélẹ̀ tá à ń lò lórí laptop tó ti bá gbójú wá sísàlẹ̀ báyìí. Mo kàn ń jẹ́ káwọn tó wà lórí Instagram náà pé ojú lọ̀rọ̀ wà ní Yorùbá máa ń sọ. Mo kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Mo rí yín lórí comment section. Laptop méjì ni mò ń lò. Screen méjì bí wà wájú. iPad mo sí mi, èmi mo jogún ẹ̀. Èmi mo jogún iPad yẹn. Mo kí àwọn ọmọ Oòduà. Mo kí yín Yorùbá Freedom. A máa fi phone line yìí sílẹ̀ so that tabarẹ́ tó kàn fi pè láàrin ètò. Ẹ tó bá mọ studio number níbi tí a dé yìí, á jẹ́ pé ẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹni tó ń tẹ̀lé Koiki Media. Good luck 11. Mo kí yín. Àwọn kan wá ń sọ níṣẹ́ Koiki yìí bá sọ fún yín tẹ́lẹ̀ pé jagaba ni. Ẹ ṣe sùúrù pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. Gbígbà tá a bá mọ̀ nǹkan kan àbí a gbọ́dọ̀ sì sọ pé a máa sọ fún Tinubu pé ìntàfẹ́ yẹn ẹ bá wa tètè wò sí bá ṣe máa ṣe. But gbogbo alámọ̀ pé Yorùbá gbogbo nǹkan la máa fi ń jà. Mo rántí I spent time in Nigeria in 2021 torí èmi ti rò pé a máa ti gba Yorùbá nation by 2021. ẹ wá wò láti 2021 22 23 24 25 26 ó ti lọ bí 5 years àti lọ ṣe almost 6 years lórí ìrìn àjò yìí bọ̀ kò ń ṣe tó ń yá freedom ò dẹ̀ ń ṣe tó máa kọ̀ wọnú store mo lọ sínú store láàárọ̀ yìí mo lọ ra nǹkan kò ń ṣe tó kọ̀ máa sọ pé I want to buy freedom how much is it ẹ wá máa gbóríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà tí ẹ fẹ́ fi gba freedom yẹn torí ìgbà táwọn president Tinubu lè ní tó ń ṣe nàdẹ́kò àwọn náà sáré pé kí nǹkan kan táwọn fẹ́ yẹn kó já mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ ó dẹ̀ já mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ so ilé táwa náà gbé dání kò sígbà tó ní já mọ́ wa lọ́wọ́ bòkó tó já mọ́ wọn lọ́wọ́ yẹn a gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ káwọn Fúlàní máa dún mòróró mọ́ wa whether we are politicians whether we are not politicians a gbọ́dọ̀ gbà fún wọn torí agenda wọn yẹn ó rí o mo kí ìyá wa Mọ̀rúfálà wà gbogbo ẹni tó bá wá ní Kóìkì a fẹ́ máa support iléeṣẹ́ àkọ́mọ bí a ṣe máa support tí ẹ bá ti ń wo screen báyìí ní kíákíá kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bá mi screenshot gbogbo ń tẹ́lẹ̀ fi support wa kò sí owó tó kéré pásítọ̀ ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n sì fún wa ní kankan èyí náà tẹ́ bá ní ẹ sọ fún wa pé ẹni tó bá ní ẹ fàdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́ ìyẹn náà tó wa mo kí Professor Akíntóyè lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo kí gbogbo àwọn ẹgbẹ́ Yorùbá Nation mo kí ẹ Martins òun gbà tóun lọ Kogi mo láti sọ pé ohun yẹn ariwo tó pa yẹn ti pọ̀ jù Ìgbòho ti dé ọmọ mi kan nìyẹn staff mi nìyẹn Ọlágídí a máa yanjú ara wa ó nífẹ̀ẹ́ Yorùbá tó pọ̀ tí bá fi sílẹ̀ òun máa fẹ́ ṣe jù mí lọ èmi ni mo máa ń mú control wa bá pé má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo àwọn staff mi tẹ bá ń gbọ́ Koiki Media kò ń ṣe mi I am not the one. It's my staff that are working and I have to make sure that they are happy. That's why I say sọ pé ẹ support wa torí tẹ bá support yẹn làwọn náà lè support mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi Lánrè ẹ káàbọ̀. Báwo ni Sunday gbogbo àti lọ sí church àti àsàlátù ti fẹ́ tán. So àti wá wà lórí ètò. Látàárọ̀ èmi náà kàn ń wo bí nǹkan ṣe ń lọ náà ni. Ẹ bá wa share program. Torí nígbà tá a bá gbólóyè nìkan wá lẹ máa ń jẹ́ kí page wa kó lọ sókè at least so far a ní 400,000 followers àwa náà kéré nínú social media ẹ dẹ̀ lè fọwọ́ rọ́ wa sẹ́yìn torí iléeṣẹ́ wa ò dúró and we are trying our best but owó ní tóun ò bá sí nílé ìwọ̀nba la lè ṣe so mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wa lọ sí Kogi State mo fẹ́ ká wo topic tí mo mú wá lálẹ́ yìí mo rí topic yẹn from the astrology part of life. How many people know the astrology? Báwo ta ló mọ̀ tó ń pè ní astrology? Ǹjẹ́ gbọ́ rí astrology? What do you understand by astrology? Báwo lẹ kí understand astrology? Kí ló mean? I follow at least 1 or 2 platforms on the astrology on YouTube. I listen to their videos. Níbi tí mo ti gbọ́ kan lénìí mo kí Yorùbá Freedom mo kí Ṣèyí mo kí gbogbo àwọn different groups ẹ jẹ́ kí n múùvù laptop yìí wá síwájú mi so that mo fi máa rí screen mi dáadáa láti lè máa kí àwọn èèyàn torí kíkí lọmọ Yorùbá máa ń kíra wa dáadáa Alimi Jamiu mo kí gbogbo èèyàn ará Ìlọrin mo kí ní Kwara State Adémọ́lá Ọlámilékan mo kí yín. How many of us understand astrology? How many people have heard about it before? What do you understand? Mo kí ẹ brother mi ó já sọ pé àwọn tájọ ń ṣe UK nìyẹn ọmọ fídíò wọn kan tó ṣe láìpẹ́ mo kí brother mi náà Toyib àwọn máa ń káàkiri àwọn náà bíi tèmi náà ni ẹ wo tó ń lọ ní London ẹ wo báyìí ṣe báyìí mo kí gbogbo yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gbogbo how do we understand the word astrology? Gbogbo ala ní zodiac sign. How many of you know your zodiac sign? Great light code mo kí ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́. Tí mo bá wo screen yìí mo ní laptop tí mo ń wo camera nú ẹ̀ I have 1 2 3 phones that are running from the screen mo ní kan tó yẹ pé space nìyẹn mo tún wá ní laptop tó ń stream lọ sórí YouTube a ní backup YouTube but nígbà tí wọ́n ti ń sanwó fún mi lórí YouTube mi kò sí point ká máa lo backup àti WD-76 ìyẹn la ṣe stick padà sórí Koiki Media ẹ bá mi dúpẹ́ after 4 years tí Lai Mohammed lọ report page mi tó ní mi àti Simon Ekpa la fẹ́ gbógun wá sí Nàìjíríà kọ́lọ́n bá ń dúró ti Simon Ekpa kọ́lọ́n bá wa dúró ti Nnamdi Kanu àwa sì nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó gbé dání àmọ́ bí ọmọ Ìgbò kan bá kọ̀ǹdẹ́mì tí Ìgbòho gbé dání àfun ní wòtòwòtò torí àmọ́ra wa rí ìyàn míì pé àjọṣe wa pẹ̀lú àwọn tí ó jẹ́ kájọ ṣe a máa dàrú. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí the topic tonight says and I quote I pray mo gbàdúrà àdúrà yẹn lè wá láti oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà tolúkálukú wa bá mọ̀ because everybody prays differently ẹlòmíì tó bá di 2 lóru ló máa wọnú àdúrà ẹlòmíì máa kí wákàtí 5 ẹlòmíì máa lọ sí church ẹlòmíì iṣẹ́ babaláwo tó mọ̀ ló máa fi máa ṣàdúrà wá ní kó ṣe ìwúre wá ní kó ṣe this. Mo ní mo gbàdúrà sẹ́ pé I pray Yoruba people won't enter the dark zone. Ẹ máa béèrè pé òtún ni dark zone bí èmi náà ṣe pàdé nìyẹn ẹ mọ̀ pé ìmọ̀ kò tán síbì kan ìyẹn ni ó ṣe máa ń wá ìmọ̀ wàá máa lọ wá ìmọ̀ àwọn platform kan wà èmi náà tí bá ń wo káàkiri lórí TikTok mo lè má wọlé bìkan tí bá wọlé wá sẹ́ndì pé Koiki wọ́n lè fi gbàgbá mi wọ́n lè fi gbé mi wá sórí kí wọ́n mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ máa fi avoid it so máa ń gbà àwọn program tẹ́yìn náà máa lọ́wọ́ yẹn wọ́n pe kinní kan ní dark zone. How many of you have heard about it? How many people have ever heard about dark zone? I will take you there this evening. Mo ní mo gbàdúrà pé ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire kọ́lọ́run ọba Elédùmarè kó má jẹ́ kó wọnú dark zone. When you enter into the dark zone, nothing works. Kódà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣàdúrà títí àfi tí Ọlọ́run bá ní òun kò fi àmì sí lórí ẹ̀ ni. Because it's a very terrible place to get into. The Lord is my strength. Thank you so much. Nígbà tí mo sọ nísìnyí ààrẹ nìkankan tó ṣe àmì. So are we praying pé ká wọnú dark zone? Mo tún sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí mo ní kọ́lọ́run ẹba Elédùmarè Ọlọ́run Jésù Kristi Ọlọ́run ànábì Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kó má jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wọnú dark zone. Because tá a bá wọnú dark zone it seems that we are already in it but àìtí wọnú ẹ̀. Navi, thank you so much. Because in táwọn agenda tí wọ́n ní ni pé kí wọ́n gbé wa wọnú dark zone yẹn kí ọ̀rọ̀ wa kó má yẹra wa tèmi bá sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí àwọn OPC àní tó sọ yẹn Ìgbòho ló ń bá wí Àgbẹ̀kọ̀yà bára wọn jà oríṣiríṣi ẹgbẹ́ olúkálukú wọ̀ fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ wa kó jẹ́ ìmọ̀ kan mo kí Adé super ẹ ṣé àwọn èèyàn ti respond because kò kúkú ṣe mi nìkan lọ́mọ Yorùbá triple DRS mo kí ẹ̀gbọ́n mi dáadáa thank you so much mo record so mo lè máa dárúkọ yín tẹ́ bá ṣe ń wọlé Níyì Adédayọ̀ mo ní mo tútù sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí kọ́lọ́run kó jọ kó má jẹ́ kí ìran wa kó wọnú dark zone ẹ wá béèrè pé kí ló ń pè ní dark zone a máa débẹ̀ nírọ̀lẹ́ yìí because if we get entrapped into the dark zone táwọn Fúlàní fẹ́ ṣe àtàwọn tí wọ́n jọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ because Arab ń support wọn there is no doubt about it àwọn West ń support wọn there is no doubt about it so their intention is to keep every Yoruba people in the dark zone àwọn Yorùbá kan náà tún wá ti gbà bọ̀dè tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ pé kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó wọnú dark zone tá a bá tẹ̀ wá mọ̀ nǹkan kan tá a bá ń gbọ́ dark a mọ̀ pé nǹkan dúdú ni dúdú Ọlọ́run dá wa dáadáa we are the most brilliant people we are the most intelligent people but wọ́n ò fẹ́ kí ìran yẹn kó kọjá ibi tí a wà nísìn so they are doing everything to keep us in the dark zone and in tí mistake tó wá ṣe ni pé ṣe rí bí àwọn alálẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ ó yàtọ̀ síra wọn ṣe lálálẹ̀ kọ́ dìde níjọ́ kan ló kọ̀ gbé oríṣiríṣi èèyàn dìde from nowhere àkọ́kọ́ gbọ́ àwọn kan tó ní restructure Nigeria àfẹ́ Nigeria mọ̀ ṣe mọ̀ pé iṣẹ́ táwọn kan kọ́kọ́ gbé dádé nìyẹn because bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ ó ní Nigeria is a mere geographical location kò sí nǹkan tẹ́ lè fi ṣe nínú Nigeria tó máa ṣe ìwúre tó dáa fún ọmọ Yorùbá ó ń ṣe ilẹ̀ wa ní gbogbo nta fẹ́ but the word Nigeria is having a big impact on our lives. Once again, a very good evening. Please share the program and invite others to do so. Mo kí yín lórí TikTok. Because one more, the moment we are able to go out into the light, báwọn náà ṣe máa ń sọ, because wọ́n ní ìmọ́lẹ̀, wọ́n ní òkùnkùn paradà, àbí báwo ló ṣe ń sọ Yorùbá yẹn? Because the moment we are able to scale out of the tunnel, tó bá wọnú black hole tunnel, lóòótọ́ iná wà níbẹ̀, but until tó bá jáde sí the other side ló máa rí space àbí ló máa rí ọ̀run or whatever you want to call it. But when you get into that tunnel, tó bá wọnú tunnel yẹn, until tó bá jáde ló máa rí light. So we pray that during our own generation, regardless of every pressure, bẹ́ẹ̀ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ ṣe gan some praise, we would get out of the darkness that they want to put us in. Lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́kọ́ mo lọ báyìí, wọ́n send the YouTube video kan sí mi, mo kí kábíyèsí wa Ọọ̀ni òrìṣà pẹ̀lú ìyàwó wọn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ lọ láti ibẹ̀ yẹn, ká wọlé láti ibẹ̀ yẹn. Fídíò yẹn wọ́n ní wọ́n gbé, mo fẹ́ lọ sórí YouTube mi, history mi. Please share the program and invite others to do so. If you're new on the platform, we welcome you. A ní a fẹ́ràn ká kàwé. There's no doubt about it. Kò tí sí ẹ̀yà náà tó fẹ́ràn ìwé tó wa. Kò sí ẹ̀yà náà ni mo sọ. So mo kí olórí, máa dárúkọ wọn nísìnyí mo ń bọ̀. Mo fẹ́ ká a lè má play video yẹn, but màá kọ́ fún wa ní a bit of it. Olórí wo ni mò ń kí lára àwọn olórí kábíyèsí Ọọ̀ni Ọ̀jájá the second. Nígbà tí kábíyèsí rí mi ní ṣe August la lọ sọ́dọ̀ kábíyèsí nílé Ifẹ̀. Kábíyèsí ni mo dẹ́ mọ̀ Koiki. Mo mọ̀ Koiki Media. Èmi náà máa ń jókòó sínú yàrá. Mo máa wo Koiki Media. Nígbà tó ń bínú tán tó ń faraya. Kò ń ṣẹjọ́ wọn. In tó wọnú Koiki Media ló fi ń sọ̀rọ̀. Mo ní kábíyèsí náà mọ̀ pé nǹkan wọnú wa. Àdúpẹ́ kan náà kábíyèsí Elédùmarè. Mo ní olórí ìyẹn aya ọba Queen olórí Tèmítọ́pẹ́. Wọ́n ní wọ́n gbé Ọ̀jájá mathematics quiz, the final one, wọ́n gbé lọ sí palace. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ gbọ́ bíbá. Mo ní Ọlọ́run má jẹ́ kí àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí wèrè, àwọn ìkà tó wà láàrin wa àtàwọn ìkà tí wọ́n jọ ń ṣe kó gbé wa sínú dark zone. Because no matter what we do, if we do not fight it now, we will remain entrapped in the dark. Èmi ò dẹ̀ fẹ́ ká wà nínú dark zone lèmi ṣe ń ṣe wàhálà tí mo ń ṣe. I want us to be out of the dark zone. La ṣe ń mú ìmọ́lẹ̀ jáde, la ṣe ń mú oríṣiríṣi nǹkan jáde. Mo fẹ́ kájọ máa fi ẹ̀mí bá lọ, mo fẹ́ gbé screen mi wá. Èyí tẹ́ wà lórí YouTube nìkan lẹ máa rí àti Facebook, gbogbo èyí tẹ́ wà lórí other platform, there's no way we can show you. So let's go into the back end of our video. Tàbá ti ní back end, that means pé a fẹ́ fẹ́ àwọn kankan wọn àwọn èèyàn wa. Mo kí gbogbo ọmọ Oòduà, àtẹni tó gbà fún nǹkan tá gbé dání, àtẹni tó gbà tó ní òun ò ṣe mọ́, àtẹni tó ti gbà rí, gbogbo yín náà la kí. Mo fẹ́ kájọ ẹ jẹ́ kí n yọ logo Omitaf yẹn for now kó má máa fún wa ní àtúpadà wá polówó Omitaf Couture. Mo fẹ́ ká wo bí olórí ṣe ń jáde nínú ọkọ̀ àgbàlá tó dá ní èmi náà first time tí máa dé Ilé-Ifẹ̀ tí máa dé palace nìyẹn. Inú mi dùn. Nígbà tá à ń lọ palace yẹn white lèmi náà wọ̀ pé kábíyèsí ni mo lọ bá. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tó fi oríṣiríṣi wọn wá. Mo fẹ́ ká máa fi ẹ̀mí bá lọ pé àwọn ẹ̀yà kan wọ́n ò fẹ́ jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kó ní àṣeyọrí. They want to keep us in the dark zone and we must refuse it. Tí a bá wo fọ́nrán tí mo gbé wáyé, olórí Queen mo kí yín. Ẹni tó fi kíní ìránṣẹ́ mo kàn fẹ́ yẹ ká kọ̀ mọ̀ pé àwọn ọba wa ń gbìyànjú, àwọn olórí ń gbìyànjú nítorí pé we want our people to be educated, because tá a bá wà educated la máa lè ṣe so many things, and bring a lot of opportunities for the life of our people. So let's just watch this for a few seconds. Bí olórí ṣe ń bọ́lẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò tí wọ́n dé palace láti wá ṣe tán pè ní Ọ̀jájá mathematics quiz 2026 final ní ọ̀dọ̀ kábíyèsí ní Ilé-Ifẹ̀. Olórí ti bọ́lẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò kákọ̀ máa mú ní just ṣínṣínṣín. So mo fẹ́ rí ibi tí olórí kọ́kọ́ lọ kí kọ́kọ́ láti kí láti kọ́kọ́ kí. So now tí a bá wá báyìí a rí pé bí wọ́n ti ń ṣe program yẹn lọ wọ́n ní ó dà pé this is the 4th year. I don't want to play the video, but I just want us I just want us to have an idea. Ẹ̀yin lè lọ tún wò ẹ lọ sórí Ifẹ̀ City blog kẹ́ lọ wò lọ́dọ̀ wọn níbẹ̀ torí èmi náà ní kéèyàn kan máa lo fídíò mi so èmi náà I don't want to use their video. So I want us to look at this and say ṣé kò wù wá lórí nígbà táwọn Boko Haram ní say no to Western education tí àwọn ọba wa dẹ̀ ń ṣe pé kí àwọn ọmọ wa mọ maths èmi tẹ̀ hate maths yẹn nígbà tí mo wà ní secondary school. It shows that we don't want to be in the dark zone. Ìmọ̀ a fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ wa ní ìmọ̀ mathematics. But tó bá wá jẹ́ pé àwa ń kọ́ ìmọ̀ yẹn ní Yorùbá, just like the Chinese, it would have been very lovely. So that's just about it from that onígbogbo àwọn ọmọ elele. So you can see there, they are doing the final, what they call Ojaja Mathematics Quiz 2026.
It's goodwill in supporting education to the whole Southwest states.
It's good news supporting the education in the Southwest. Kí ni Bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ fi yàtọ̀? Mo kí yín Tony Ages. The reason why Bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ was different was because Bàbá Awólọ́wọ̀ wanted everybody to be educated. Now, kákọ̀ wá lọ sí dark zone. Ká lọ wo kí ni meaning dark zone according to the astrology part from the astro or astronomy. Mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí. Mo kí ọmọdé, mo kí àgbàlagbà. When I saw this, I was thinking to myself, ṣé kò ń ṣe pé we are entering or àti wà nínú ẹ̀? I don't know whether we are already in it or we are just going into it, because if you're driving somewhere and after a while you are lost, wọ́n ní bí wọ́n bá ń lọ síwájú tíwájú ò bá ṣe lọ mọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn àgbàlagbà, then you reverse and go back towards ibi tó ti ń bọ̀. So it seems that either we are already in the dark zone or we are entering that dark zone that we don't know. Àníyàn lè máa wọnú nǹkan kan kó má mọ̀ pé ó ti ń wọnú ẹ̀ lọ. Èèyàn lè wọnú ẹlòmíì wọnú program yìí ní sàn kékeré lọ́n ṣe bíbá kò sí tó kàn mí ayájáde because ibíbá ẹ̀kọ́ ló fẹ́ jókòó sí nǹkan míì ló ń wá ó kọ́ eléyìí kọ́ flash iwájú ẹ̀ ni. But ẹni tó ní in tó ń wá tó dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé in tó ń ṣe ní bíbá ó lè jókòó kó gbọ́ pé kí ẹ sáré gbọ́ 2 minutes. Bàbá mi triple daz ní what makes us different from others is our education. Ẹ̀yà tó kù ò lè beat wa bó bá wọn kọ́ sọ history wọn, we are still when it comes to education. So let's look at the dark zone. According to AI overview, dark zone astrology, often referred to as the dark zodiac, explores the shadow side, hidden trait, negative tendency of each zodiac sign. Olúkálùkù ló ní zodiac sign tiẹ̀. I'm sure you know your own. I know mine. You must know yours. Your zodiac sign is ìjọ tó bí ẹ, oṣù tó bọ́ sí, wàá wá lọ wo kàlẹ́ndà, wàá wá lọ wo pókè, ṣé Taurus nìyẹn, ṣé Gemini nìyẹn, ṣé Capricorn nìyẹn, ṣé Spaghetti nìyẹn, ṣé nǹkan pè ní zodiac sign nìyẹn. And that zodiac sign is very, very important for individual. But I am now looking at that part of ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. We've heard that the way tí ọba Elédùmarè fi dá wa, a kì í ṣe Arab, don't mix us as Arabs, a kì í ṣe Catholic, but we are people that a mọ bí a ṣe wá sílé ayé. Àwọn òyìnbó gan ṣì ń sáré bó ṣe máa lọ káàkiri. Dark zone, it focus on archetypes of manipulation. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ kẹ́ máa gbọ́ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tí mò ń jáde tó ń jáde nísìn. Manipulation. Have we been manipulated? Ká tẹ̀ sọ pé I believe in the dark zone or I believe in the zodiac sign. But from 1914 títí di wákàtí wọ́n manipulate wa ni. Because we know that the way the British manipulated us is the reason why we are called Nigeria today. Wọ́n lo ẹ̀tàn fún wa ni táwọn bàbá ńlá wa How they were able to do it, I don't know. Mo kí bàbá wa Túndé Akínyẹlé ẹ káàbọ̀ sà. Mo kí ọgbà ìtẹ́tẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ lórí TikTok. Please help me to power tap, and if important to you, share the link and invite others to do so. We appreciate and we are grateful for the time you're spending, and thank you so much for those that have joined us. We are fully on, when my system is fully working now, we will do a lot compared to just using the mobile phone. Now, I want to go back again. Ṣé wọ́n ti manipulate wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Yorùbá in Nigeria or àwọn West? Because báwo ni àwọn ṣe máa better jù àwa lọ when we know that we are far better than them? But wọ́n sọ fún wa pé àwọn làwọn better jù wá lọ. Selfishness ni pé kí gọ́vnà gbowó tó máa fi ṣe budget kó dẹ̀ tọ́jú owó yẹn pamọ́ pé election tó ń bọ̀ nísìn ìgbà ló máa ra kúlíkúlí, ìgbà ló máa rọ̀kadà, ìgbà ló fẹ́ ra kẹ̀kẹ́ márúwá, because owó tó yẹ kán fi tún ìlú ṣe, for their own selfish interest they refuse to do so. In tó ń jẹ́ kí ìyà jẹ wá nílẹ̀ Yorùbá lénìí nìyẹn. Tábà tí wá ní support Koiki Media torí a ní àwọn oríṣiríṣi staff wa tó yẹ pé ìkan máa bá wa fi sórí YouTube, ìkan lórí Facebook. Mo kí ọpẹ́ àní ẹ dáwó Yorùbá Nation. Owó tá à ń béèrè ni pé owó kẹ́ fi support iléeṣẹ́ wa so that ká lè máa fi bá iṣẹ́ lọ torí iṣẹ́ yẹn ò dúró, ẹ má bínú. So mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Selfishness. Kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ mí ní selfish. Ó dẹ̀ gbogbo oúnjẹ yẹn ò dẹ̀ jẹ́, ó dẹ̀ rí pé bí ń pè mí. Selfish somebody. Our politicians are selfish, we know that. Àti politician tèmi, àti politician tàná, they have been selfish. Because tó bá selfish, resources tó wà lórí ilẹ̀ wa tó láti fi take care wa, there is enough to go round. But they're just selfish. They're not interested in my life and your life. They're more interested in how they can acquire enough wealth tí wọ́n lè lò tán tálájọ́ máa fi dé. Kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó ò ní jáde láyé, kò sí. Nígbà tí ìyá tèmi ti lè jáde láyé, mo ti rẹ̀ ní náà. Bàbá ó lọ́wọ́ ọ̀gán ta nífẹ̀ẹ́ tó ta fẹ́ràn títí. Bàbá yẹn padà jáde láyé ní 1980 bá ṣe gbọ́. Mo kí bàbá mi Waris Jinadu. By magic spell. Thank you so much for joining us. As you're coming in, power tap, share, invite, and bring others to join us as well. My name is OLAYOMI Koiki, known as KOIKIMEDIA on the social media. We are discussing Yoruba people. We pray we won't enter the dark zone. Because if we get into the dark zone, we can be trapped there for a very long time and we might find it difficult to pull out. We can never be one in a union like Nigeria, and there's no way we can manage ourselves. Because Nigeria is a country of many nations until we were forced to live under one roof called Nigeria. Let's go to the next one. Emotional coldness, such as the Scorpio, possessiveness, Aries, rage. Think about rage. Capricorn, rudeness, to encourage self-awareness. What we have been doing on this platform is creating a lot of awareness for the last 6 years going. This awareness that we have done has managed to put the Fulanis agenda on the spotlight, because the agenda is that they are never satisfied. Inú wọn ò dùn the way we have been, pushing and educating millions of our people, and not just on this platform, different groups of people. Every Yoruba now is consciously awake that something doesn't seem right in Nigeria. And we are grateful that the people are understanding that our people are getting the message that we will never be one in a union called Nigeria, and there's no way we can manage ourselves in it. As much as our politicians can tell us that we can manage ourselves, they know that we cannot manage ourselves. And that is the reason why we are grateful. While I'm bringing that in a minute, let's come out of that. Mo fẹ́ ká gbọ́ àwọn audio tí mo fẹ́ play, and then we come back again to the dark zone. I want to use this audio to back, the reference of what I'm discussing today, and so that we can have, a clearer understanding about it. Because ẹlòmíì bá ṣàlàyé títí títí nǹkan kan lè yé wọn. Kò ń ṣe pé ká bínú sírú àwọn èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀, it's just that they cannot get it. Because in táwọn fẹ́ ni pé kí a ṣì wà nínú system tí kò favour ẹnìkankan. So I want us to listen to this. Àwọn kan ti gbọ́ nígbà tá a fi síta ní orí Koiki Media WhatsApp group lánàá. Mo kí gbogbo àwọn staff wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Give and take by 9 o'clock we will probably come to an end. So I share the first 55 or 51 minutes. So all we have is just about an hour. So I won't take much of your time tonight because I know we are all busy. So when you are with us, we appreciate it and we will say thank you so much. Let's listen to this first audio, and then when I come back again, and then when the phone is silent so that kíkọ́ má lọ disrupt the tàbá tí ń gbọ́. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ audio yìí tí ó jáde ní iléeṣẹ́ wa lánàá.
Mo kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa 3 minutes náà ni kákọ̀ gbọ́ audio yìí. Ẹni tí a fi gbọ́ ni àwọn sí Senator Femi Okuromu.
He's a former senator. He's no longer a senator, but he was one time a senator. Ìyẹn bàbá wa Senator Femi Okuromu. Àwọn ni wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ o, ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ oòjíire. Mo ní Ọlọ́run ìbọn Elédùmarè àbí gbogbo ohun tí olúkálùkù bá gbàgbọ́ kò ní jẹ́ kí ilẹ̀ Yorùbá wọnú ìtàn pè ní dark zone. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀n tí bàbá yìí sọ.
Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀n tí bàbá yìí sọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ṣe fi ránṣẹ́ sí mi náà láti lè ṣe tiwa níbi ìbá Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Èyí ni Saturday 18th of April 2026. Ẹ jẹ́ àgbọ̀n tí bàbá wa Senator Femi Okuromu tó sọ.
The insecurity, we will not have a solution. That is the genesis of the insecurity in Nigeria. It started. I keep quoting that, quoted it so many times. Others have also quoted it, not me alone. In 1960, just barely 5 months after Nigeria got independence in October, in fact, in October, I think it was 12th of October, 1960. In this account of Sokoto Alaji Samadu Bello, he said that this new nation, Nigeria, that was the word he used, should be an estate of our great grandfather, Usman Danfodio. And we should never allow a change of power. He continued. The northern minorities shall use as stepping stones. And the southern shall use as conquered territory. And we shall never allow them to rule over themselves. This ambition of the Fulanis to overrun Nigeria with their brand of Islam.
Now, just for me, mo kí ìyàwó Grace Olúṣòótọ́, mo rẹ́yìn tí ẹ wà lórí Koiki Media Odùduwà page wa, bàbá mi Akínládé Akíndìméjì mo rí yín, mo kí bàbá wa Mọ̀rúfù Kúyè, mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ ti wọlé lọ́tùn lósì. Bàbá former Senate President, Senator Femi Okuromu, wọ́n ní nígbà tí wọ́n gba independent ní 1960, nígbà tó máa fi di October lẹ́yìn oṣù mẹ́fà, Saudana sọ pé Nigeria is their own territory táwọn gbọ́dọ̀ gbà gẹ́gẹ́ bí tí bàbá tiwọn Usman Danfodio tó sọ. That was in 1960 after tá gba independent. You would think that nígbà tá gba independent we should start working towards making that country for everyone. But agenda táwọn ní is a completely different agenda. And when we now play back, we can literally say that has been the dark zone because they have a different agenda. We have a different agenda. Like I've always said, everybody in Nigeria, all the tribes have different agenda. It doesn't matter whether they're working together, whether, The people in the Southeast are working with President Tinubu right now as the APC. Ẹ jẹ́ kí President Tinubu ṣe tán. You realize that they have an agenda. Ẹ jẹ́ kí gbogbo tí wọ́n ń tẹ̀lé Tinubu nísìn bàbá Tinubu nísìn tán ṣe gbẹ̀túgbẹ̀tú tẹ̀lé bàbá Tinubu tí gbogbo wọn join APC. Everybody is joining APC. Let President Tinubu complete his tenure whenever he does. You realize that they will fall out again because the agenda that they have is a complete different agenda from what we the Yoruba have. A very good evening and welcome to the Sunday broadcast. It's exactly 2 minutes past 2000 hours, which is just 8 p.m. Same time, Lajawa in Nigeria at the United Kingdom, where I am currently broadcasted from. We will not do more than an hour again. We've done the first hour so that we can all have, a very beautiful week ahead. Once again, thank you so much for those of you that have joined us. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ the second one. Again, there is an agenda to keep our military from not functioning the way we want it. Because you should be expecting that the Nigerian military should be capable to have big, stop on the insurgency, the bandit, the terrorism happening in Nigeria. Ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n tí bàbá tí ó sọ̀rọ̀ yìí náà tí wọ́n sọ.
KOIKIMEDIA bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Mo nígbà yìí lásìkò, mo fẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí Dr. Dele Olúwatádé tí wọ́n sọ nípa ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn Fúlàní. Òun náà lélẹ̀ KOIKIMEDIA 18th April 2026.
Nigeria Army is having a rough time. Doesn't mean you are strong at all. Doesn't mean. That is why, if you look, the Fulani people are about 50 million. 7.5 million of that 50 million are men of war.
Let me explain that part. Fúlàní tá à ń pariwo gbogbo àwọn Fúlàní tá à ń pariwo àtàwọn politicians wọn àtàwọn tó kó sínú igbó àtàwọn tó ń bá wọn ṣiṣẹ́ láti ta they are 15 million. They are not up to 16 million. They are 15 million. But bàbá yìí sọ pé nínú 15 million yẹn 7 million of them are fighters. Àwọn tó fẹ́ jà tó fẹ́ jà for every reason to get the agenda of Usman Dan Fodio. It doesn't matter the relationship tí Kábíyèsí bá ní pẹ̀lú Sultan of Sokoto. It doesn't matter the relationship tí Aláàfin bá ní pẹ̀lú Sultan of Sokoto or any of the Yoruba kings to the northern emirs. À ń ṣọmọ ìyá kan náà. Agenda tiwọn ó yàtọ̀ sí agenda àwọn ọba tiwa. Àwọn ọba tiwa lè máa bá wọn lò pẹ̀lú inú tó jẹ́ ẹyọ kan. Àwọn ò ní ever lo inú kan pẹ̀lú àwọn tiwa. They will never use it because that agenda ó jẹ́ kí Sultan of Sokoto ti sọ fún gbogbo àwọn tó ń pààyàn yẹn pé ẹ lè má pa àwọn aráàlú Nàìjíríà. You can't be doing that. But wọ́n ní sọ because our agenda and their own agenda is a different thing entirely. Ẹ jẹ́ ká continue.
And they are contending against 350,000 if they never kill them reach 300 now.
Nínú 7 million of the fighters àwọn Fúlàní wọ́n wá ń bá 350,000 Nigerian soldiers jà because gbogbo Nigerian soldier tá à ń sọ is up to just probably about 350,000. Bàbá ìwà ní tọ́ba tẹ̀ ti pa bí almost 100,000 kúrò nínú ẹ̀. Almost every week ni à ń gbọ́ ikú àwọn military personnel tó tẹ̀ ń ṣàwọn just ordinary military men. We're talking about àwọn gbòógì tó ń pa mọ́nu barracks.
Nigerian army, right? So the right thing to do if the government is willing.
Ẹ gbọ́ bíbá pé tí ìjọba President Bola Tinubu bá wà willing, the right thing to do, into ẹ kí bàbá Tinubu máa ronú sí, into ẹ kọ́ máa prepare fún ìran Yorùbá. Mo ò sọ ìran Igbo, mo ò sọ̀rọ̀ Haúsá, but into máa favour gbogbo wa náà ni. Ntí bàbá tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí ló ní into ẹ kí ìjọba máa ronú sí because when you have 15 million people and nínú 15 million yẹn ìdajì inú ẹ̀ 7 million are ready to fight. Warrior gidi ni wọ́n that are well trained. Ẹ máa gbọ́ tí bàbá yẹn sọ. Èmi nísìnyí mọ̀ bọ́ ṣe ń kọ́pù ìbọn. Tí mo lè fi jà náà ni mídíà ká fi ń pariwo yìí. But ẹ gbọ́ tí bàbá yẹn sọ pé ọmọ 7 years old Fúlàní abẹ́ kọ́pù ìbọn á dẹ̀ dá padà síbi tó wà ó dẹ̀ ready láti lọ fi jà ìwọ tó ń wò mí nísìn tó ní kò sí kankan ṣé tíjà bá dé nísìn ṣé ìwọ lè kọ́pù ìbọn ṣé ìwọ lè kọ́pù ìbọn pé tó bá fún ẹ níbọn nísìn pé ó yá kọ́pùlẹ̀ àbí tọ́ ti kọ́pùlẹ̀ kọ́ gbé fún ẹ kọ́ wá ní kó kọ́pùlẹ̀ padà àbí tó bá jam ṣáwa táwọn wá bá ṣe fẹ́ jẹun àwa táwọn wá bá ṣe fẹ́ ẹlòmíì nísìn ó ṣìnà ràn lọ́rùn ẹlòmíì lórí TikTok bọ̀bọ̀ kan wà lórí TikTok bó ṣe máa sọ fáwọn ọmọ yẹn kó máa gbé ọyàn jáde wá dìmú ná oríṣiríṣi ló ń lọ lórí TikTok yẹn iṣẹ́ tóun gbà nìyẹn ọmọ Yorùbá ni ó káwọn ọmọ yẹn gbọ́mú síta kó fún wọn ní coins ní tóun mọ̀ ṣe lórí TikTok nìyẹn but ìwọ nísìnyí tó ń gbọ́ mi tó láǹfààní àti gbọ́ mi tó bá tẹ̀ ní ó yá ìjà dé nísìnyí ṣó lè lò bọ́n láti fi jà àwa táwọn bá ṣe fẹ́ gbádùn ayé ẹlòmíì bó ṣe máa ṣe yahoo ló ń wá ẹlòmíì bó ṣe fẹ́ lọ sí school oríṣiríṣi but we are people with good humanity bọ́nà ṣe dá wa nìyẹn ìyẹn la ṣe gba àwọn àlejò ọ̀ràn sínú ilé because àlejò ọ̀ràn làwọn tá a gbà sínú ilé ẹ̀dá gbọ́n tí bàbá yẹn sọ.
is to create confederal republics of stakeholders. Yoruba is a stakeholder. Hausa, Southwest is a stakeholder. The Northwest is a Southwest is a stakeholder. Northwest is a stakeholder. Middle Belt is a stakeholder. Northeast is a stakeholder. South is a stakeholder. Southeast is a stakeholder. Create confederation series of these to survive.
ṣẹ́gbọ́n tí bàbá yìí sọ if we are going to survive we must pray that after ti president Tinubu bá ti ṣe tán àti ní nǹkan tá a fẹ́ gbé ẹ̀mí lé lórí tá a fẹ́ fi survive mo kí bàbá wa Waris Jinadu lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí thank you so much everyone that have joined us happy Sunday to every one of us and I pray the week will be a better and a good blessing for us mo kí bàbá wa Adésínà Ọ̀túnba bàbá mi Waris Jinadu ọ̀yàwá Grace Olúṣòótọ́ ni the white man the whitest lion last man standing on Yoruba sovereignty nation movement no retreat no surrender by regard to everyone on board tonight we must get out of Nigeria by force bàbá Waris Jinadu ni the genesis of insecurity in Nigeria in Mark order to need the genesis and the nemesis of Nigeria was Zobia fufu contraction insecurity. The more that a country is not secure, doesn't matter how much investors, it doesn't matter how you dream about development, as long as you don't have security, all that is zero. Because you cannot progress as people. Please share the program. We will not keep you more than mo kí bàbá wa Olúwaṣeun Oyèwọlé wọ́n ní àwọn ọmọ àlè Yorùbá ló wà lórí TikTok tó ní kí wọ́n máa gbé ọmú jáde àníbọ̀bọ̀ yẹn tó iṣẹ́ tó ń gbà nìyẹn wá dìmú náà báyìí kò ń ṣe yẹn nìkan ló ń sọ ẹ̀mọ̀ pàápàá kan láì ká má tẹ̀ distract ara wa let's just leave that but I'm sure some of you have seen some of those videos that is not worth talking about let's go back again. Mo kí bàbá wa Prince Adébáyọ̀ Shitu thank you so much everyone that have joined on TikTok and we appreciate your time you are giving us on the TikTok this evening.
That is to survive. If you don't want to survive, don't create it.
Now, the point that this our father that is speaking ó ní tá bá ní àfẹ́ survive kí President Tinubu kó má create nǹkan ọ̀hún sọ kó má create it let the Fulani overrun every one of us 15 million 7 million of them are ready to fight 7 million is a big number 7 million is a big number but how prepared are the Yorubas for such eventuality and don't ever come and tell me oh it will never happen in Jesus name it will never happen inshallah láṣẹ Èdùmàrè kò ní ṣẹlẹ̀ for me ìwọ ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwa ti rí evidence tó sọ pé they will conquer if we don't stop them and they don't care 20 years from now they will still do exactly what I'm saying 100 years from now they will still do even tá bá gbalẹ̀ Yorùbá gan they will still have every attempt to do what they want to do so it doesn't matter how you look at it and say torí pé kò tí kàn ẹ́ dáadáa kò kàn wọ́n and tó bá ní kò kàn ẹ́ kí ló dé tí bàbá wa Aláàfin mò ń padà bọ̀ lórí ọ́díò yẹn ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́dọ̀ yẹn tán délẹ̀ kí wọ́n lọ sí etí bàbá wa Aláàfin Benin tí wọ́n sọ ní news tó ṣẹ̀ ń jáde ní o nípa ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀rù ń bà wọ́n lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí.
What we have is we have mushroom federal babies.
Ẹ gbọ́ bíbá ẹ jẹ́ ká create more state. President Tinubu ẹ fún wa ní Ìbàdàn state. It's good. If anybody wants a state while we are still in Nigeria, it's good. Ó kàn máa create more funding fáwọn kan láti fi jẹun. Ẹ ràn pé Nàìjíríà ní jẹun sókè. Ìlú òyìnbó yàtọ̀ sí Nàìjíríà. Wọ́n ṣe campaign lọ nísìn ní UK fún election ní England. A máa dìbò àwọn councillor ní May 7 lágbára Ọlọ́run. Àríyàn kankan tó ń kanlẹ̀kùn pé Koiki ó yá ẹgbẹ́ owó ń bẹ̀ yẹn. But Nàìjíríà níbi tí o lè di olówó láì ṣe wàhálà púpọ̀. O dẹ̀ tún lè di olòṣì tó bá ṣe wàhálà púpọ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. So when they say they want to create more states, I am not against it. You can create many states while President Tinubu is there. It will not stop the agenda of our Fulani, because your state will not be able to protect you when those things start playing out. So what Baba yìí sọ ni pé all this baby mushroom state they're creating, it will not help us and sort most of the reason why we are saying we want a total dissolution.
Because I even like National Assembly want to create more cities, more local government. Those are mushrooms. And the terrorists, those are now the federal government wants to create more cities. They want to create more mushroom cities, more federal babies that the terrorists will just pick and swallow.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí bàbá yẹn sọ, create all the states. The terrorists will just swallow them. Ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn máa dàbí ìgbà tí wọ́n ní ẹja gbé nínú Bible, nínú kọ́ńtàkà nínú Bible pé ẹja ṣé Sọ́ọ̀lù ní àbí Paul, ẹja yẹn gbé nígbà tó wá ń bẹ Ọlọ́run pé Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ ó dà pé ẹja yẹn wá lọ pọ̀ síbì kan. So let us continue to play around with our lives in the dark zone tá à ń wọnú ẹ̀ lọ yìí tá à bá wà careful. Because the dark zone is right there. Everybody can feel it. Everybody can see it. The reality on ground is that the situation is not getting better. Why then are we not going to do something?
But when you create Oduduwa,
Mo ń bọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo kí ẹ gbogbo Lagos Island ọwọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ló wà. Bí ṣe máa ń kí nìyẹn Yẹmi Fatoke. Láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà bá tún wá Nàìjíríà mo gbọ́dọ̀ wá yọjú sí yín. Ká máa ṣe fàájì tá máa jókòó ní táwa mọ̀ ṣe nìyẹn. Ká ṣe fàájì, ká gbádùn, ká dẹ̀ kàwé, ká lọ́bi iṣẹ́. Jonah ẹ ṣé gan ni triple DRS. Ẹ rántí pé Jonah ni ẹja gbé mì tó wá bẹ Ọlọ́run. But bàbá yẹn sọ fún wa pé they create more state. Àwọn Fúlàní máa swallow yín. They will swallow you. Tó mo kí gbogbo àwọn èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ẹ̀gbọ́n mi triple DRS. Màá fi àyè sílẹ̀ fún láti pè. But like I said, give and take, aago 9 a máa parí ètò yìí. Torí mo fẹ́ lọ wo àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi méjì, wọ́n ti drop fídíò wọn. Ọ̀dọ̀ wọn ẹ̀mí mi ló máa ń wà níbẹ̀. Angola ni wọ́n wà ní last week. Pope gan wà l'Angola lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. So let's move forward quickly. Mo kí bàbá wa Jáde Sanmi, ẹ ṣé gan ni Jonah, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ní Jonah lẹ́jà gbé mi. Thank you so much everyone. It shows that we are all in tune to the broadcast. And it's not easy to sit together, and be doing it because àwọn atajọ́kọ̀ náà kò easy. Èyí tẹ̀ ń gbọ́ náà, kọ́nà jẹ́ kó rọrùn fún wa. Let's go ahead. Èyí tí bàbá yẹn sọ nísìnyí pé it's better to ẹ jẹ́ ká rí wine níbẹ̀ yẹn torí mo ti sọ̀rọ̀ tó pọ̀ ṣe jẹ́ ká kọ̀ ra fast forward ẹ̀ sẹ́yìn.
Those are now the federal government wants to create more states. They want to create more mushroom states, more federal babies that the terrorists will just pick and swallow. But when you create Oduduwa Republic or Igbo region,
Okay.
you create Kwararapa region,
Okay.
Biafra region,
Okay.
Niger Delta region,
Okay.
Midwestern region,
Okay.
and create all this. There's no terrorist that will go there and come back alive.
Mo like ibi tí bàbá yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ dé yẹn. Is that not what we have been campaigning for? Sherry, everybody will get that message. It's just that people know that maybe President Tinubu is waiting for the second term to press the gas lórí àwọn Fúlàní àwọn northern cabals ó ní bọ̀bọ̀ ọmọ Ìgbò kan ti máa ń fọ́lù potential Ìgbò náà ó ní tí Tinubu bá lọ tí kò ṣe nǹkan kan táwọn northern cabal bá gba power padà lọ́wọ́ Tinubu ọmọ èmi ò lè sọ pé torí àwa ní access láti jáde kúrò ní Nàìjíríà but we have almost all our families there and our loved ones ìyẹn mo ṣe mú àkọlé talẹ́ yìí wá àkọlé talẹ́ yìí òun ni I pray Yoruba people won't enter the dark zone because when you enter into the dark zone nothing works nǹkan kan ò ní ṣiṣẹ́ for 60 years a lè sọ pé Iran kan ti ṣe mọ̀ pé Lebanon kan ti ń ja ogun wọ́n ní iná how many of you know that Beirut Lebanon tí Israel ní 44 days tó ti ń ja ogun yẹn ó ti lọ pé 50 days nísìn tí Israel ń gbà sí fún ọ lójoojúmọ́ wọ́n níná ní Lebanon even with all the buildings that have been destroyed Iran níná. So if we sit here and say in terms of ìwà láyé ti pọ̀ jù èmi kọ́ ni mo sọ eléyìí nísìn this is another angle that if President Tinubu does not pull out of Nigeria by creating Oduduwa Republic or regional government according to him Biafra country Niger Delta we are all going to be swallowed by the àwọn tí wọ́n jẹ́ agbésùmọ̀mí lókè. Triple DRS says and I quote because ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí other platforms Olusani sọ pé even if they fight for many years bẹ́ẹ̀ni they are ready to fight. You see the problem with our Yoruba people is that àwọn ti like a soft touch we are mo kí ẹ TJ baba we are soft touch it's good but àwọn tá à ń sọ yìí they will never retreat from their agenda. Triple DRS says and I quote then we should be expecting pro-max ìyà from Fulani pé tí President Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not do everything possibly to make sure that Nigeria breaks in a way that the power from the cabal, from the northern cabal, not when we talk about cabal, we're talking about the northern cabals. They are the ones that are power hunger. Because talk about power hunger, why are they trying to destroy the democracy that is not perfect? Yeah, people are still hungry. There's no light. There's no good road. Look, we are not here to campaign and say President Tinubu is the best. No, I am saying that the northern cabal agenda is to get the power back at all costs. Ìyẹn ló ṣe ń ṣe ránkà dédé fún President Tinubu nísìn. Gbogbo wọ́n dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún Tinubu yẹn maturity kan ti join from PDP it has become APC lọ́nà bíi north bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn gbogbo yẹn gimmicks ni. All they are trying to do is to make sure that President Tinubu Bokin Grandma Awoniyi ẹ ṣeun ọjọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ̀lé fún wa ní contribution ẹ máa jẹ́ kó dìgbà tá a bá tún fẹ́ lọ sí outing ẹ máa ṣe mo mọ̀ pé gbogbo náà lẹ ní ìnáwó ẹ máa bá wa rántí pé iléeṣẹ́ wa náà lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan. So the northern cabals ẹ ṣe gan ni ìyàwó Grace Olúṣòótọ́ Mr. Darrell Freeman says if Baba doesn't do anything about the Fulani are coming with Sharia law if they get back to power. Grace Olúṣòótọ́ things are just getting tough and harder as the day goes by. Everyone knows what we are going through unless if someone is heartless and cruel and evil like Nigerian politicians. If not, everyone is feeling the heat. I am feeling the heat. Mo ní owó ilé tí máa san fún family mi ní month yìí tó ń ṣọ̀rọ̀ kò tó 1 million naira. A gbọ́dọ̀ sanwó yẹn ní end of this month. Month yìí dẹ̀ máa end the next week. I have to support them. Kò ṣe pé wọ́n lazy, kò ṣe pé wọ́n fi ṣiṣẹ́. Wọ́n dá iléeṣẹ́ sílẹ̀ kò síná. Tó máa fi operate. Wọ́n ti ra diesel títí, wọ́n ti ra petrol títí. The economic is not moving. Gbogbo àdẹ̀kọ́ la máa lọ ṣiṣẹ́ under government because you are meant to establish your own business and let the government put the policies in place. So, a máa gbọ́ audio ilé nǹkan sí without no interruption. Bọ̀káṣì gbọ̀tán délẹ̀. Mr. Dareni, if this current administration does not put things in place by putting Oduduwa Republic, Biafra, regional, we are all in need to cry. Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká sunkún. Excuse me.
Because you will have mobilized
Now, which is true, tó bá ní ká wá defend ilẹ̀ Yorùbá lẹ́nu, I will leave everything I'm doing in this country. I have said it many times. I don't have to come and say it again. Gbogbo tí mo ṣe nílùú màá abandon ẹ̀ tó bá ní ká wá lọ defend ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. I will leave it. I will leave everything I'm doing. Màá wọ plane, màá máa bọ̀ nílé láti wá defend ilẹ̀ Yorùbá. Gbogbo èèyàn kọ́ ló máa lè ṣe o, but èmi Ọláyọmí Koiki, I will leave everything I'm doing and I will make it there because mo mọ̀ pé tí mo fẹ́ wá jà fún yẹn àwọn ọmọ mi wá gbádùn ẹ̀. But I will do that only if we are entering or we have been in the Oduduwa Republic. I will become part of the military inside Oduduwa Republic láti defend ilẹ̀ yẹn. So àwọn Fúlàní yẹn ò ní lè wá ṣe kí ni ṣe jàmbá fún wa. Bí ṣe bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí, ṣe mọ̀ pé wọ́n jí kábíyèsí kan gbé ní Kwara again. Ẹ gbọ́, ó wà lórí channels news, èmi kọ́ ni mo kọ́kọ́ máa sọ. Ó dà, ẹja gbọ́dọ̀ ìtàn because mo fẹ́ gbé wa lọ sọ́dọ̀ Ntálà fi sọ.
If you return all the soldiers that are in the military, go back to your region.
Tí ẹ bá pe gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ Yorùbá tó ń bẹ nínú military, they will be ready to come and defend Oduduwa Republic or regional government, which is our own military.
Those that are looking like they are helpless in the Nigerian army.
Sọ́jà wa kan tó wà nínú military lára àwọn source mi, ó ní tó máa ń fọ̀ ọ́n lórí ni pé ṣebí àwọn olóyè káwọn lọ máa attack wọn mọ́bi tó wà. Báwo ló ṣe wá attack tó wá ń pa àwọn ọmọ ní barracks? Ó níyẹn kò tí òun ò lè understand it. Iṣẹ́ tóun sign fún kọ́ nìyẹn. Iṣẹ́ tóun sign fún kọ́ nìyẹn. Mo kí bàbá wa Clef Wallace, ẹ ṣé gan ni sir. Bàbá mi Wàrí Jìnàdù ní Sudan internal vacuum power struggle with one common Arabic language, religion, and Nigeria is a complex than Sudan. Sudan tó jẹ́ one common language, one Arabic ló ń sọ níbẹ̀. In tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ níbẹ̀ eléyìí kò ṣe máa sọ. And this is the reason why people like us, can never stop coming out to continue to create that awareness. So when somebody now comes and say, ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́, ẹ mọ̀ pé nìyẹn làákàyè ibi tó mọdé nìyẹn. Tọ́bádẹ́ náà ṣe Yorùbá nation mọ́, ẹ gbé family tí náà jáde kó wá sórí social media. If it's as easy as you think, kọ́ wa máa pariwo Yorùbá nation. Torí tí Yorùbá nation táwa bá ń ṣe nísìn bí a ṣe ń bá lọ yìí kò tẹ́ yín lọ́rùn, then you have the right to bring somebody from your family and present Yorùbá nation to us. Àwọn náà lọ máa wò ó, à lọ máa gbọ́ wọn, à dẹ̀ máa support síbẹ̀. Mo kí wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you're enjoying the program. If you're doing it, please let me know in the comment section. We are almost there.
When they come back to their own regional army, republic army, you'll be surprised.
Ṣé nígbà tí a bá ní our own regional army, ẹ ṣé gan-an ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń fún wa ní support. Tí ìrẹ́ nìkan kan pé super chat, but ẹ fún wa ní náírà tẹ̀ la need. Torí èmi náà ti ń towó jọ, a máa sanwó lé ní mọ́ǹtì, kọ́lọ́n kó ṣàánú wa, kó wà pẹ̀lú wa. Ẹ má dẹ̀ jẹ́ kó dìgbà tí a bá ní event, kò tí sí event kankan nísìn tá a máa wá jáde pé a fẹ́ jáde support wa, ẹ máa rántí support ilé iṣẹ́ wa. Tó bá jẹ́ First Bank wa náà lẹ fẹ́ lò ní, òun ló wà lórí fọ́nrán yẹn. Tó bá dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé Opay náà ni, tó bá dẹ̀ pórí PayPal náà lẹ fẹ́ fi owó ránṣẹ́ sí wa tó máa jẹ́ pounds. Tó bá dẹ̀ pé need account number ti UK, ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀, màá send ẹ̀ sí yín. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí. Kódà BBC mo ń gbọ́ wọn ní last few days tí wọ́n ní owó táwọn ń gbà yẹn kò wà enough tó ìyẹn BBC TV license. Without money you cannot run a media organization. You need funding. Thank you so much to all our supporters and all our well wishers. Let's go back again.
The terrorists cannot stand them. Now,
If we have our regional military, do you think that the Fulani terrorists will be coming in and be doing all they are doing? Let's just even say tá a bá tẹ̀ tí gba Yorùbá nation, tá a bá ní regional military tiwa. Rí báwọn Israel army yẹn ṣe máa ń lọ ni. They are well equipped and they have a lot of reservists. Tẹ́lẹ̀ pé tó bá ti pè wọ́n báyìí, iṣẹ́ day job tó ń ṣe, ó máa fi iṣẹ́ yẹn sílẹ̀. Á wá kọ́kọ́ lọ ṣiṣẹ́ tìlú. Mo kí yín Kenny Money, ẹ ṣé gan ni sir. Mo kí gbogbo ẹni tẹ́ wà ní Arab country, ní UAE, Qatar, àtẹ̀dúpẹ́ pé pressure yẹn ti lọ́lẹ̀ díẹ̀. Bàbá mi Kẹ́hìndé Ọlá Òsénì, ẹni mo máa rọ́wọ́ yín, mo ti rọ́wọ́ yín o, àdúrà wa gbà. Ẹni ẹ̀ka lẹ́sà o, bàbá mi Koiki kú iṣẹ́ takuntakun sir. ẹ̀mí yóò gùn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tó bá gùn náà lájọ máa jọ gbádùn ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjìrè tá à ń pariwo lágbára gbogbo àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá kódà bàbá wa ò ní sọ pé àwọn alálẹ̀ ló kó sí wa nínú mo rí ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sẹ́yìn tẹ̀wá lórí Twitter space àtẹni tó ń gbọ́ anonymously because mo mọ̀ pẹ́ lómi á fi anonymous èmi náà máa ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ kò má tà ilé ayé láti bá mo kí gbogbo lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí bàbá mi olúwa ṣeun oyèwọlé wọ́n ní look at Kwara State it is only a matter of when it will fall tó bá tẹ̀ ti fall if nothing is done from Barutun Kayima Irepodun Ìfẹ́lódùn Èkìtì insecurity is every wọ́n náà àní wọ́n jí monarch kan gbé ní Kwara wọ́n tún ti jí ọba kan gbé ní Kwara ń bẹ̀ mo kí gbogbo alẹ́ nǹkan sí ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́dọ̀ yẹn tán délẹ̀ ká wá máa tẹ̀síwájú.
And the Fulani is enjoying what you can call they are united, they have all the powers, they have all the connections.
ṣé mọ̀ pé ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá yìí sọ now that we are using the software mo ní lọ́wọ́ níbí báyìí sọ àní láti lọ wá ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́n tí máa yìí tó ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ excuse me kò ń ṣe nísìnyí ló máa kọ́kọ́ sọ talentan sọ Dr. Malafia Obadia I think we should have his video somewhere here at least now that we have our system back we can enjoy some of those things ẹ jẹ́ agbọ́n tí Malafia sọ tí bá play video yìí mic mi wà on ẹ jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ nínú comment section tó bá ń echo so that màá lè pause mic mi but let's hear what Malafia said.
Which is it for you, Dr. Badaya? Do you think the government is unwilling or unable to protect the people of Southern Kaduna?
In fact, it is not only unable, it is unwilling, and we have good reason to feel that they are part and parcel of the killers. Let me make some revelations to you.
That's a very big allegation, Dr. Obadiah. The government is part and parcel of the killers.
Yes.
That's big.
Yes. Okay. How would a government just say, oh, it is revenge killing and so on? Then you leave it there. Oh, because it is revenge killing and so on and so forth. The body language of this administration, the body language of the state government shows clearly that they have a hand in the killings. No doubt about it. Because, you see, General Abacha, and people don't give him his due. Do you think you would have tolerated such nonsense? And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They are already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They are everywhere. They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people. I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria.
I hope we are not already in the dark zone. By 2022, we are now 2026, and according to the headline you're looking at in front of the screen, Aláàfin of Ọ̀yọ́ decries. Do you know the meaning of decry? Check out our English dictionary here. Do you want me to expand it, or we just move forward to the article? Insecurity in Southwest Kogi, Kwara demands intensified action. Àti gbogbo àti rojọ́ nísìn action ló kù báyìí. Aláàfin ló sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Bàbá mi kábíyèsí tí mo lọ sọ́dọ̀ wọn èmi àti olóyè Ìgbòho. I am happy that everybody now is awakening. Something is now hitting us and is awakening us. Once again, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá need account number wa ti OP 6104 290167 Olayomi Koiki. Tó bá dẹ̀ yẹ pé ti First Bank náà ní 30 96 80 88 48 First Bank Olayomi Olakunle Koiki. Ẹ wo headline yẹn. Even tá a bá tẹ̀ lọ́kà, that headline have said it all. And that headline is dated today because news in Ishini, Timori Lodo channels website, not the letting Kaye. Now, are we in dark zone or we are entering that dark zone? And if we are going to be entering the dark zone, should we be concerned? Let's hear this.
There is no land called Nigeria. There is no language called Nigeria. There are no people called Nigerians. We are only deceiving ourselves.
We are not Nigerian.
Okay, where is Nigeria? Where is the land called Nigeria? What is the Nigerian language? We are nations that had been forced together to live in one pathetic country. So anybody who goes there today to say pray for Nigeria, that person is just deceiving himself, because the people who want to be that Nigeria had not sat down to agree if they want to be Nigeria.
We have not sat down. We have not agreed if we want to be one Nigeria. Because the agenda táwọn ní ó yàtọ̀ sí agenda tiwa. And even I don't want President Tinubu to finish his own tenure and be like this man, Tamagbonwo Enisi. I want him to be able to make decisions that will be of importance to the history of Nigeria. Because I'm sure some of you will be wondering, when he had the opportunity, when he was in power, but the second time, maybe that's what he had in his mind. Let's hear from this man. He was a former president, just like Tinubu is a president today, just like Obasanjo is a president yesterday, he's no longer a president today. President Tinubu is a president today, but there will be a day we will call him the ex-president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let's hear this.
Thinking about how we've been having this conversation about the unity of Nigeria. And I reflect back at some of the prominent statements made by some of our founding leaders. And I feel that probably this will help us to have a conversation on the Nigerian unity. I just brought four, not to bore you. First, and I quote, not my statement, Nigeria is not a nation. It's a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigerian is merely a distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria from those who do not. This is accredited to Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the former Prime Minister of the Western region. The second one, and I quote, it is true that we politicians always delight in talking loosely about the unity of Nigeria. 60 years ago, there was no country called Nigeria. What is now Nigeria consisted of several large and small communities, all of which were different in their outlooks and beliefs. The advent of the British and that of Western education has not materially altered the situation, and the many and varied communities have not knit themselves into a composite unit. This is accredited to Sir Amadu Bello, former Premier of Northern Region. The third, and I quote, since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country. But the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs, and do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. The Nigerian unity is only a British intention for the country.
What do you think about this statement? When Jonathan was in power, he wasn't saying this. But know that Jonathan was not presented about what Nigeria is all about. Know that ìgbà tó ṣe tán ló ṣe mọ gbogbo tó ń sọ yìí. Kí lẹ̀yin rò sí? Do you think that when Jonathan was in power, it was not ẹ ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀yin staff wa tí ẹ pín gbogbo link wa? It's good when we have all our links shared because we want people to watch it from all angles. We have just 20 minutes to the end of the broadcast, and I would like to say thank you so much for spending your Sunday evening with me as we prepare for the new week. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin ìyá wa tẹ́tí wà ní pension tí ẹ wà nílé. Mo bá grandma wa kan sọ̀rọ̀. I haven't heard from her for a very long time. Mo rí miss kan wọn, mo wá pè wọ́n, wọ́n wá ní àpá àwọn ti padà sí Nàìjíríà ni pé but àwọn wá sí London, àwọn kọ̀ wá ṣe one or two things, which is the beauty of when you can come in and out, and then she's going back to Nigeria again. Ìtọ́ wá sọ fún mi ni pé àwọn nìkan làwọn dá wà nínú ilé. Àwọn wá wò wọ́n kàn máa wálé nǹkan náà ni. So àwọn ti wà completely fed up. Just stay in the house alone. Kò sẹ́ni kankan tó ń bá wọn gbé àgbàlagbà and all that. And one of the reasons why not everybody can be able to do it, So she's just there for another couple of weeks and she'll be returning back to Nigeria. Now, let's come back to ọ̀rọ̀ Jonathan yìí. Ṣé mọ̀ pé ní tí Jonathan sọ yìí, ta gbọ́ tán yìí, a fẹ́ kí bàbá wa Bọ́lá Tinubu wá máa sọ yẹn fáwa náà tó bá parí tenure wọn. Mo kí Àrólé Oòduà, mo kí bàbá wa Kẹ́hìndé Òsèdì. Wọ́n ní Nigeria is not a nation. We are not one language in Nigeria. One nation, one language, Yoruba nation, no going back. Bàbá wa Jinadu in the phase 2 collude of Obadiah statement concur with General Danjuma. They will conclude. Tẹ̀bá rántí T.Y. Danjuma sọ pé the Nigerian army, has colluded, Now, when you hear this statement coming out from a former president, does that mean that this president was not aware of this statement while he was in office? Or bóyá ìgbà tó wà ní office yẹn, it was not, because when some of you are here saying, Olóyè follow Tinubu, Jonathan was taking care of people from Niger Delta. Hello, Asari Dokubo. Asari Dokubo is moving in Nigeria as if he's another military of his own. And Toba Demaso Wani is a private security to protect the northern pipeline. Pẹ̀lú tó ń polo. So èyí tẹ́ wá ń complain pé olóyè tí à ń ní kọ́ fún wa ní security káwa náà fi ṣe ààbò sí ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. We can only do it when President Tinubu is in power. It's because he's in power, that's why Igboho gets his freedom. That's why Igboho is now asking, to finalize every part of this insecurity. And like some of our mothers that call me all the time and say, nígbà wo ni gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tó kù kéékèèké? Kí àwọn tó wà ní background ibi ìbàyẹ̀ látẹ̀ǹkan mò ń bọ̀ kí má lọ ṣe níbẹ̀ yẹn. Àwọn tó wà lórí Koiki Media Odùduwà, ẹ má bínú sí mi because mo ti gbàgbé pé àtẹ̀ láwọn èèyàn tó wà níbẹ̀. So let me just quickly appreciate them from this side. Wọ́n ní pé Koiki àdèjókòó sí ìbàyẹ̀ látẹ̀ǹkan ó tẹ̀ ṣe bí ipò orí wa. Ẹ má bínú sí mi. Mo kí ìyàwó Bọ́lá Nelson. Torí ibi tí mo ti ń wo screen yẹn mọ̀ wo screen tọ̀dọ̀ ti yín wọ́n ní welcome on board bàbá Koiki. Mo kí Adékúnlé Rasul. Ó ní hi everyone. Mo kí Martins. Mo kí bàbá wa Saheed Balogun. And I think that's about you on that side. We only have just 20 minutes. Àdílé ìgbéyàn kankan wọlé àdílé to take us away from my 2 hours. Bí ẹjọ́ mi ti bá kọ̀ wá, màá kọ́ ní call in and TikTok alẹ́ ní gbogbo time, but tonight I big on the strength here. Ṣé tí President Tinubu bá ṣe tán, táwọn náà bá wá tán pé wọ́n sí àwọn event ọ̀bí àwọn lọ interview wọn, if he has not done all these things that we are asking for in terms of the way the country is right now, ṣé mọ̀ pé President Tinubu náà máa ṣe irú fídíò báyìí? Because what Jonathan is saying now, he has the power to have done everything possible. But Jonathan ní tóun bá dé, I don't know, I'm just assuming, it's an assumption. maybe if he returned back, because Jonathan Okpada sí second term, àwọn ṣe bàbá ló kick it out. But now President Tinubu nísìn anyway, because they were all part of the APC that kicked him out. If the current government fails to return back by whatever means, táwọn opposition tó bá lọ win, that means the President Tinubu máa kúrò lórí oyè nìyẹn. I don't know. Nobody can foresay what is going to happen next year. They predicted they will all go and campaign, just like President Tinubu is campaigning now. And àwọn tó kù náà campaign. There might not be a strong opposition because opposition was strong. And we all know that they are not strong in opposition. But who knows? So I don't want President Tinubu to make a video like this and say, Nigeria is not a one country. When he has every right now, even before the next election, to dissolve the union or make the cabals in the north not to be able to do Nigeria as their own, estate. Mokiba Bawaris, the one who well said, Koiki, that all ethnic Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, and other multi-ethnicity all have different agenda concerning Nigerian political economy in foreign English language. Ni Awawa. Because if the power goes to the north, they have an agenda. If the power, goes back, and comment on TikTok. We have 20 minutes, so try and stay with me and do not go away. I won't go more than that 9 o'clock, 15 minutes. So let's hear this and then come back again.
Impediment to Yoruba development. It's the impediment to Odua development. Without Nigeria, we won't be where we are. 1962, we were far ahead of South Korea and North Korea. We were far ahead of China even. We had television before France. We had radio before South Africa. Now look at where we are today. I think it's a shame that even any Yoruba man can be talking about restructuring at this point in time. What are we restructuring? This country that is already shot to pieces? I don't think that's what we want. But they are always talking about giving Nigeria a chance. The patience of Yoruba with Nigeria has come to an end.
Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings, you will all die one by one.
We have problems in the land. And the problems, I want to say this, I might be off the cuff, is because of our constitution. Also, Nigeria is not operating any constitution known to honesty, entrenched in group faith, brought about by unanimity of the people, acceptable to federalism, and again, that is also, we also have that problem in the judiciary because of the Nigerian situation. We have a unitary system. That's what we run. Hydra-headed. Don't let us pretend. And I've said it over and over. And I'll continue to say it. And that's unitarism has also created into the judiciary. Today, the entire Nigerian judiciary is unitarized. The Supreme Court is federal. Federal Court of Appeal, the Court of Appeal is federal. Federal High Court is federal. FCT is federal. National Industrial Court is federal. Customary Court of Appeal of the Federal High Court is federal. Sharia Court of Appeal of the Federal High Court is federal. All jurisdictions. That the Coyote of this world, that the Okutas of this world, that the Belos of this world, when they were in their respective high courts, exercised, making the law to be profound, succulent, rich, exciting, they are now vested in the different federal high court or federal courts. We're talking of how to reform the system. There is no justification in a state, in a nation like Nigeria, purporting to practice federalism, where even the Supreme Court should be overburdened with unnecessary jurisdiction in respect of land matters from Yoruba land, respect of...
If the Constitution maintains by Section 2 that Nigeria is one indissoluble nation, and doesn't provide for means or procedure by which a people or a particular sector of the nation, a federating people, can choose to say at this particular point we want to have a nation of our own, and it doesn't provide for a peaceful means by which this can be guaranteed, there will always be frictions that will be leading to violence, killings, and bloodshed. And to avoid this, it is imperative that we look at that provision of Section 2 that says that Nigeria is one indissoluble, indestructible entity that doesn't make provision for the procedure by which a people can advance the right to self-determination. There have been many occasions where, on so many occasions we hear from the Arewa People's Congress or whatever agitating that yes, if Nigeria cannot work, they want to go on their own. The Biafra agitators are there. We have the Odua nation and what have you. If the Constitution provides for a procedure to determine peacefully whether a people can separate from Nigeria, you see that some of these agitations might be completely quenched. For instance, let me give you one.
They drink, they fornicate, they do all the things that all human beings do. So it's not a question of religion. There's no question of anybody being truly a Muslim there. Even I knew a chief judge who was supposed to be leading Muslim prayers, who anytime he came to me in my official residence, he would put brandy or whiskey in a mug and be drinking, and he would smoke and all that. So I don't think it's religion. When they started this Sharia, how many of them are obeying the Sharia? How many of them? No, not none of their leaders. So it's not religion per se, but they use.
Well, we've had all these as a reminder because we have them on our system and we are ready to provide it as something to recollect. So on that note, as we wind it down this evening, I say thank you so much to everyone that have been part of the transmission tonight. I hope you've learned one or two things, and we pray that we do not enter the dark zone, because if we get into the dark zone, we will find it difficult and nothing will literally work. So what we are actually saying tonight in educating our people again on Koiki Media is to continue to say to our politicians to do the needful at the right time before it is too late. I understand that they might be working together in a one Nigeria according to them, but internally, when every one of them go back to their bedrooms, from the southwest to the north to the middle belt to the Niger Delta and all the areas, I'm sure they all have different things that they are saying. So one thing we can say is that we will continue to highlight the danger ahead in Yoruba land for millions of Yoruba people at home. And I hope it's been a pleasure watching me, because I have enjoyed you this evening. But before we go, once again, let us remind you of this particular brand, Omitaf Couture.
Omitaf Couture, Block B1 Suite 6FF, Raouf Aregbeshola Shopping Mall, Bako Bus Stop, Ipaja, Ayobo Road, Lagos State, 08138528588. You can also check them out on Instagram, Omitaf Couture. For all inquiries, omitafcouture@gmail.com. Right there in Lagos, Southwest, in the most vibrant city, where you can get almost everything. And I'm not joking, you can get everything from Astrology all the way to the beautiful outfit I'm putting on right now. But the good thing about Omitaf Couture is that it doesn't matter whether you're in Australia, New Zealand, US, United Kingdom, any part of Europe, be rest assured the material can get to you. I've loved the material so much in the sense that it promotes not just culture, it promotes the uniqueness of who we are as Yoruba people, and that means that we are also showcasing to the global community. Well, let's start from outfit. We have different kind of outfit. If you have a business, hospital, clinic, and you need something for the staff, be rest assured that this can be tailor-made to all the staff, good quality, good material. If you have business in Europe and you're thinking of cutting the cost of operating, you can also get in touch with Omitav Couture and be rest assured that they can deliver everything you want. And if you look at everything right here, these are all tailor-made. And I'm not joking. I mean, the material, the quality, name it. Almost everything you can think of, the beautiful actual cake that many people are putting on today. I've got mine as well. And I will be putting them on when I return back to London in different styles. Also, when we talk about smart outfits, office, you can also think about Omitav Couture, where, like I said, for your staff as well. If you look at what I'm putting on today, well, beautiful design by Omitav Couture, right behind me. Once again, how can you find them? They're on WhatsApp, +234.
So, òun náà ni ẹ ti rí láti iléeṣẹ́ Omitav Couture. I mean, what I'm putting on this evening, I'm sure some of you, can see it. It's all designed, tailor-made, to my own taste from Omitav Couture. Top Timo Wonye, I might put it on tomorrow. It doesn't matter if we keep it a Bawa. They can make it for you, and you can send your family to pick it up, or you can arrange for them to deliver from wherever. And their cost, is very reasonable, in as much as the economy of Nigeria is quite tough at the moment for all our businesses. Mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Mo kí àwọn staff wa for the great work that they've done, when Oloye was, traveling straight to Kogi State. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ náwó fún iléeṣẹ́ wa àtàwọn tí ẹ support náà, because I'm sure, people got support from some of you as well. We are grateful, and we hope, that we will continue to highlight that bí Kábíyèsí náà ṣe sọ, the insecurity is the work of every single one of us. And on that note, I will say thank you so much. Great light code, thank you. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí TikTok nírọ̀lẹ́, mo rí ọpẹ́ òṣègùn ni ọba Elédùmarè á wà pẹ̀lú wa. Àníjọ ni tán wà o, àní wà at the wrong place at the wrong time. Gbogbo ibi tó bá ń wà káàkiri àgbáyé, ibi náà kò ní dé sàkánì ìtọ́dọ̀ tiwa. Ọlọ́run tó máa fi ṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ wa, Elédùmarè tó máa fi ṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́ wa, Jésù Kristi ni, ànábì ni. Gbogbo kíkan tí ìwọ bá gbà fún, dìmú dáadáa o. Wọ́n ní dòpò Jésù mú, dòpò ànábì mú, dòpò ìṣẹ̀ṣe mú, torí pé mẹ́wàá ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nílé ayé o. Ibi tó bá mọ̀ ló mọ̀. A lot is happening, but when we are saying this, is because we are seeing a lot of things, and sometimes some of them we might not be able to share with you. So mo kí ìyàwó mi, mo kí àwọn ọmọ Oòduà, mo kí àwọn mọ̀lẹ́bí mi fún àdúrótì. Kọ́lọ́run foríjì ìyá tó bí mi náà, kọ́lọ́run bá mi tẹ́ bàbá náà sáfẹ́fẹ́ rẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn tó ti wá jáde náà nídìílé ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan, kọ́lọ́run bá foríjì wọ́n. Gbogbo ìgbàkígbà tí ẹ bá ti ń délé iṣẹ́ yìí, ẹ máa rántí pé last man standing ló dúró yìí. Mo kí ọmọdé yẹmọ Ìgbòho Òòṣà Kábíyèsí, mo kí bàbá Akíntóyè, mo kí YSDM, mo kí Ẹ̀mọ̀lá, mo kí gbogbo àwọn ìyá Oòduà pátápátá tí àjọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ náà. Kò ní sú wa, kò ní rẹ̀ wá. Adélẹ̀ lérí, ìgbà tá máa débẹ̀ láàmú, àmọ́ a gbọ́dọ̀ sùn, a gbọ́dọ̀ wo, a gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ kòkó ọbẹ̀ 1914 amalgamation yìí, a gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́ pátápátá. Bá dẹ̀ ṣe máa fọ́ náà ni kájọ máa ṣàlàyé tó pọ̀, nítorí pé gbogbo ìlú tí British colonize, òun lẹ̀ ń wò lórí screen yẹn, ní ọdún kọ̀ọ̀kan tó colonize wọn, tó gba independent rather 1960 lọ fún Nigeria independent. How they were able to have such power 1922 ni wọ́n fún àwọn India ti pé almost 77 years old. So gbogbo intercession sọ fáwọn èèyàn pé this fraudulent amalgamation must come down, and the only way we can bring it down is to highlight it on a daily basis, and that means we will have to say God bless Yoruba land, God bless all our fathers, God bless all our leaders, and God bless my organization, Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Just exactly 3 minutes before 9 p.m. rather, not 9 a.m. 9 p.m. local time from London. And I say, until we meet again during the week, what time I'll come out, I don't have the time, but my team will also be coming out. Let's also remember to pray for this man, Chief Sunday Igboho. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ń sọ pé ó máa ṣubú, èyí lè máa ṣubú, nítorí pé iṣẹ́ tó ń ṣe ọba Elédùmarè ló rán, kò ń ṣèyàn kankan ló rán, àgbéṣẹ́ lé lọ́wọ́, ọba Elédùmarè ló gbé dìde. Ó ní kọ́kọ́ lọ́mọ Yorùbá. We have a lot of Yoruba people that are stronger in power ju Igboho lọ, but nígbà tó ọ̀dẹ̀ tí jáde tán, kò sí nǹkan tá a máa ṣe sí. Ọba tó di Igboho á máa bá wa fìṣọ́ ẹ̀ṣọ́. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo kí gbogbo èèyàn wa, and that means that I will be back again next week for more program on Sunday and during the week as we continue to highlight everything in Nigeria. Accident kan ṣẹlẹ̀ l'Ogun State, kọ́lọ́ba àforíjì gbogbo àwọn tó ti kú nínú accident náà, gẹ́gẹ́ bí a ti ṣe gbọ́. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ bá wa ṣe ní ìrọ̀lẹ́ yìí, ní jógí náà la rọra ṣe. And on that note, we will say we'll be back again some other time. Koiki Media, bringing the world closer to your doorstep. Ajú àṣẹ o, àdẹ̀ní ṣe lásán o. Àjọdílẹ̀ lérí, àní ṣe lásán, gbogbo náà la máa jèrè ẹ̀. Àti máa ti wọ́ lájọ máa jèrè ẹ̀. Ẹ tó bá mọ̀ kó kọ́ tẹ̀lé wa lẹ́yìn. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa, forílẹ̀ ibi wa, ká gbéga, ká gbéga, ká gbéga fàlérí. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ni pé bá ti bẹ̀rù làbọ̀ mọ́. Bye for now. Thank you so much, Kunle Bakers, for the super chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Thank you, Enter Walori, Twitter space. Thank you. Bye for now.